You and me are bored of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high on love. They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high on love. We're invincible. Trust in me. We're invincible. Don't you see? We're invincible. Let's escape the gray and let the colors rain. Turn the shit we do and our words into pure reality. 'Cause you and me are meant to be what they don't see. Never feeling wrong 'cause we don't belong. And getting high in love. We're invincible. Trust in me, we're invincible. Don't you see, we're invincible. We're invincible.
Welcome, guys. Good evening. Today is qualifiers. Which day is it? I lose track of time. I've been stuck
Well,
at home
day
for so
four.
long. I lose track of time so fast. Today is the fourth day of the qualifiers, and we have for the first match we have TrueRippers against Team Blackout. I'm a little disappointed before the match even begins. I want to point it out कि a little disappointed क्योंकि map फिर से ascent है and I'm tired of it. Please मेरे को मैप वैरायटी चाहिए यार कोई कोई
Hmm.
जाके बोलो टीम्स को एंड but then again the teams are amazing. It's True Rippers against Blackout. True Rippers को I've witnessed them play before and Blackout को भी देखा है. These are very good teams and पता नहीं आज कौन जीतने वाला है. I do not have any predictions. um, and this is my co-caster with me, AapKon. Bro, how's it going?
Well, it's really going good, and obviously today I'm excited to see the final day for our qualifiers. We have to see that which team is it gonna be, who are gonna be going inside the round of 16 first match, which is True Reaper versus Blackout. It's at the map of Hasten. So without letting our audience wait, let's directly hop into the agent selection for today, and let's see that what sort of agent picks are we gonna see here. Since tomorrow, I think this is gonna be the third consecutive match where teams have opted for ascent map, and ascent are just amazing, when it comes to those mid control fights.
Yep. And before we start the game, guys, please subscribe kar dena. It really, really helps the channel, and it's the best way to support it. It's free, and we hope you guys tune in to check more games. We have another tournament coming in lined up. PUBG ka finals are which are if you're interested in that. You can check out the stream as well. But coming back to this one, we're gonna see some interesting gameplay. I want to see Blackout switching from a Sova to duelists. Mismatch हो रहा है इधर यहाँ पे थोड़ा. I'm I want to be impressed by True Rippers because last time I watched their game, I think it was one tap god. Yep, he's very good with the jet, and we're gonna see him play the jet. Sharkheim has gone with the Sova. I want to see uh, कल जैसा Sova play from I think it was land test, right? क्या शॉट
Yeah.
डट मारा था यार उसने. And I just want to see that happen here again. We're going to see Sova each on both teams. Mafia is going with one as well, but we have Master picking up Sage and Ares going with Arena. So okay, so
Choose your
Arena
agent.
is quite effective, very aggressive. Uh, but I want to see what kind of Viper on the scent would be a little of an off pick. Do you agree with me on that one?
Well, definitely not, because we have seen that Viper at the map of Ascent is the most underrated, agent. Because the way you are attacking first, having a Viper helps you get executed towards the side with those poison walls and poison cloud, which does retrieve on every 20 seconds. And with that, after playing on a post run scenario, those snake bites are just like a molly where you can play on your lineups, and that is going to be one amazing thing which we had got to witness early as well. So that's really, I'm really excited as a side of pick. Both the teams have taken some of the amazing pick. Like as a controller, Viper is a good pick from the side of Team Blackout, but let's hope that he do knows, he knows all the sort of lineup. From the side of Team Defenders, we are looking at a Phoenix. Now, I know that Phoenix is one hell of an agent who, even if you have a single duelist, I think, Phoenix is just enough to do all the things with all of its utilities. And with that, the first round has begun. We can see all the five players of Blackout would went for like a ghost buy, and let's see, with these ghosts, how are these players are connecting all those headshot on a frenzy ke upar, we are seeing the ghost being picked up. That is something quite unusual with the map of Ascent.
Yep, Blackout is going. Everybody is running a ghost, so I don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure कि their game strategy is to rush B perhaps क्योंकि there's no game on mid and there's everybody's just circling around near B side and B side पे there's Sova and Sage to hold it on. So Sage also has the wall for herself. So if positioned in the correct time and correct place, I'm pretty sure that she can hold it off. But then again, not for long. She'll need her rest of the team to come back to her as fast as possible. There's Sova as well, but I think they have the read wrong. They're still stuck in on A. We are already on a pause. Why are we on a pause?
Well, it seems as if some players are might be having some
Damn,
sort of
that's a
issue.
stupid reason, but okay.
Yeah, that is some reason, but let's see, because we need to
Yeah,
give, like both the teams are being given like, equal time to
yeah,
get their technical pause. So they use their pause to, for a reason,
yeah.
which is their
Some
connectivity
of them
issue
are
of, yeah,
some of them are silly. We're gonna have to.
yeah,
We're gonna, as hosts, we're gonna have to admit that some of the reasons we've been throughout this whole tournament are pretty silly. But then again,
well,
it is what it is. I think I'm still wondering why they scratch went with Viper instead of an Astra like TR has an Astra, right? I would say in order to play in mid, I would say Viper is being outclassed on Astra. Astra's ability to place her position, smokes or whatever accurately is just, you know, far more superior than Viper's. But Viper then again has DK, so post plant mid, she is the better controller.
actually, and I think like this is pretty much like they didn't consider the just the whole map of ASIN, but they considered that first they are attacking first. So in
Yeah,
attacking, being a Viper, it could be quite an advantageous for them. And like
yeah,
defense, maybe if she's just holding on a side, those like snake bites are something which is quite in meta right now with the damage it provides, and also the walls and all could really give them a good damage if they look to just rush through those smokes. And we see that the
Watching
DK
hit.
being like earlier it was like sort of 40% of your HP, but now it is 30% HP will be reduced if you just go off through those snake bites and those poison clouds. So let's see that what sort of gameplay we are seeing here. I am having a huge expectation because the last time, let me remind you, when we had seen Viper, he was up with 24 kills, and not only that, he had clutched almost, I guess, three times a 1v2 scenario
yeah,
only with the lineups. 20% of Viper's skill was just with those snakebite being,
yeah,
dropped into the diffuser at the diffusal at the, the site of A. So it seems our players are really being delayed, and I think we are running a lot of time. So in sometimes our fellow admins are really going to, start up the timeout for today because, rules are rules. We have to just, make sure that follow that to have a equal fair for all the people. But right now the player seems to be ready, and I just
yeah.
hope that we have this match without any sort of delay or pause anymore.
Yeah, let's go. I think the timer has begun and we are in. I want to see which team ends up taking the first blood. QQ first blood really sets up the mood for the game. You gotta see Jet and Sova go at each other, and Sharkheim ends up taking non-merit. It's
Toxins
that
going up.
Meliodas. That's a weird name, very difficult to spell. But I'm just gonna call him Merit. But he gets taken down. The Jet is off the map. I think her utility got wasted as well. Koi smokes nahi baki hai. Plus, they have not been able to take the wall has denied entry onto B side, and team TrueRippers has rotated to market and B as well. So right now I'm
Oh,
expecting team Blackout to at least consider a rotate back to A side. And there's Relic to deny that rotate, but gets countered so hard by Reda. That headshot, dude, was beautiful. And numbers
Bot's
advantage
coming
on
back.
to the side of Team Blackout right now. It's a 3v2. Sage and Jet left to do all of the work, and Sage can't just let go of mid Kyuki. That's very, very risky. And Jet, that's why is now right now alone at site A. Let's see if she can
30
hold up
seconds left.
till Sage comes in. Yep, she does.
well, one tap got
Spike
coming up with some
planted.
amazing kill to
Last
even
player
up the scoreline,
standing.
but there comes a double
One
pick.
enemy
It's gonna be
remaining.
Master who is gonna be trading him up for, but it's gonna be Sentinel versus Sentinel,
Yeah,
Master versus Killjoy. Like Battle is really gonna be quite in a very
Placing swarm
difficult
grenade.
position. The spawn gate would really deny
Swarm grenade
any sort of
out.
execution being made from the side of Sage, but she takes a healing orb right now, drops down towards this area. 1v1 ka scenario, Sentinel versus Sentinel, and let's see 1v1 ka
oh,
fight. Achuka, she connects 4 body shots, and that's the way she is gonna take down Bad Trip. And what a way to retake that 2v3 scenario into their favor. That was some amazing gameplay from TrueRipper. Like Blackout totally had that in their hand. They did have the side as well, but the way one tap got just peaked and took that high risk high reward, he just made those things even up. And Sage coming up with a 1v2 clutch, being the last player alive. I think it was an amazing clutch from Master.
yeah. Plus, I think Killjoy had the initial setup because she had the nano grenades onto her. She placed it correctly, but she detonated it slightly too, early, too early, I would say. And then she decided to overextend when she didn't have to because she already put the spike down. उसको कोई ज़रूरत नहीं थी वो करने की, but she did it anyway, and now she got punished for it. Now looking back here, PR Relic trying to hold on to A main for as long as possible. There's the lure, but she sets herself back, loses a little bit of HP, but manages to take down Reina, but gets refragged by Mel once again. It's a 4-4 scenario. Let's see if Team Blackout can take A control this time. The flash goes out by Phoenix, but doesn't quite connect. But look at that. They are getting squeezed hard by Team Blackout because they are TrueRippers, sorry. And they just push them hard from the front and the back, and they just got them. That was sad in the package.
Well, if I was TrueRippers, I would definitely not want to do what they did, knowing that even after winning the pistol round, team attackers, like they went on a full buy round, which would really be a big high risk, high reward situation for them. They could have lost that round and the scoreline could have been even up, but the way they had an execution towards the missed courtyard and also, a main, rush, that was something where, team attackers just got outplayed. We are looking at Mafias again up with this recon dart, and that's a good recon dart. It spots on the whole players onto the side of garden, which is quite amazing. Catwalk area का control इधर easily मिल जाएगा, and we can already see that mid fight इधर बन चुके. Which player is gonna be the one who are gonna get those initial first? That is the question. One tap god. What is he doing? Oh my god! Back to back 2 kills, and here comes Relic with another kill. So the scenario already हो चुका है. Jet versus Jet में obviously not Melodious को down कर दिया गया है, and there comes the trade. 1v3 का scenario बना है, but dude, those initial first blood from one tap god is like. That's I think the reason why you just talked about him at the very start.
Yep, and he managed to hold on to 3 beautifully by himself. 2 kills with a Marshall. That's impressive, man. Marshall, I'm not the best at it. I won't even say it's one of the best guns in the game. It's not, and to take optimal use out of it, I would say he did a very good job. And I think Team Blackout really needs to rethink their game plan, because whatever it is, TR is right now dominating, and the last 2 rounds we actually saw the confidence they had in them. Because we saw, I think it was the Astra, right? Yeah, Relic hold on to A main, and then it was Sova pushing in. He got doubles there, and then Jet and Phoenix pushed all the way behind and got them anyway. But in this round, you can see Mafia got the first blood. He took out the Sage, so that means. No heals, nothing, and then that's not Mel taking out Phoenix. No more flashes, nothing. Jet escapes. Did she get tagged? Oh, yeah, she lost just quite a bit of it. Not much actually. She lost very little HP.
Well, the round has begun, and we can see that lockdown being initiated. He is up with an operator, but it's going to be the time that Soa is going to come up and get 2 back-to-back kills. Shakam is looking quite good with his, just a Spectre buy, and that's really going to be quite helpful for them. Here comes all the players towards the side of A, and we are going to be seeing at a post-gun scenario, and finally Vipers in all of the, lineups.
And I'm impressed by Sharkan because Sharkan managed to take 2 out. One is Jet and the other one was the Sova, right? And he managed to survive that encounter that he had in A3, because I think it was Reina who peeked him but didn't decide to take the frag for some reason, because she quite literally didn't have a clear shot. But now he's left to do a lot of work. It's a 1v3 clutch situation. Bomb be defuse karna hai use. It's a lot of work, and it's gonna be impossible as Ares takes him down, and that's the first round for Team Blackout. That's impressive, and they also managed to take away now. That's good.
Well, that is actually good. The Impress Ultimate being the, round-changing movement for the side of Team Blackout. Finally getting that first, win towards the scoreboard. It was really important after losing those crucial buy round as well. Usually after, we see a team winning the buy round, they usually, go on an eco. But even after that, they did knew that they could play on the ultimate. The Killjoy ultimate was in place. The, Impress ultimate was already in. And that was some of the crucial, round-changing scenario for them. But for now, Mafia is going to give again a recon that along with those,
take flight.
I guess cloud smokes, and yes, that is a cloud smoke being thrown by Sova.
What?
Master coming up with the first kill. What was that kill onto Ares himself, which is just like insane. Like getting a first blood that to on a duelist is something which would really help your team. But there comes a trade, and एक operator से shortly again. Astra is going to be taken down. The controller herself is going to be taken down, and there comes Crosser with another kill onto Batrip. Look at these, like timing issue. As soon as he just picked off there, Sova came into the beam inside, and there he gets a single kill. What an amazing way he flicks that shot in. Denies the running back ultimate as well from the side of Phoenix. But this is looking so equalized right now.
Yep. Okay, Viper's gonna lose quite a bit of HP in that encounter with 20 left. She has her snake bites though. She also has a poison cloud, but does she have the
Player
She does
standing.
not have the spike, does she? Does she have the spike?
Well,
I don't think so.
Toxins going up.
the
Okay,
spike.
anyway, I think it's dropped in A main, so she's gonna have to do a lot
30
of work.
seconds left.
She has to go up against the Phoenix. Jet ke paas Storm Blades bhi hai, so she's ready. One shot from her and that's it. Doesn't even have to be a headshot. It can just touch her anywhere, and that means it's over for Viper. And whatever, I think इस बार round open बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से किया था. Especially Master, who managed to get a headshot
One
onto
enemy remaining.
Reyna from that range in
I have
mid.
a spike.
Okay, so Viper does actually manage to pick up the pick up the spike, but doesn't quite get the plant down because time just ran out. And once again, TR taking another round for themselves. But that's it. 4-1 scoreline. Thoda one-sided nahi lag raha hai.
Well, it does seems to be pretty one-sided because we do know that the first round going in the favor for Team Blackout also did took two ultimates being online. So let's see that how our Team Blackout able to pull things off. And defense-sided, I feel this map is quite defense-oriented, and उस चीज का पूरा advantage TrueRippers are taking towards themselves. Like let's talk about that mid control or the side execution or the post-plan scenario. They are just winning it all in each and everything. Again, the Swarrican darts come in, and look at these darts. Like these are just amazing when it comes to spotting, but how can you stop like a one-tap god right now? Again, being the martial criminal gets the first blood, and there comes Sharik. He is just grabbing that beam in control at as if that is this one. He gets a one more kill and gets 3 kills back to back. What is oh my god, Sharkarim is just amazing today.
Destroying people right now. Single-handedly and with 4 HP, dude. That's something.
Oh my god.
By the way,
Relic,
I was not looking at chat right now, and there's apparently a lot of people. I just want to give a shout out to Kingslayer, Aditya Sinha, and there's Ramit Sandukan. I hope that's spelled that correctly, and Erica William. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And Shrishti Modi, welcome to the stream as well.
Well, welcome all ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and you are here watching the Game Jam Valorant tournament presented by the PixelScope Entertainment. And do grab yourself some snacks, because today what you are gonna witness is some of these amazing teams in our tournament competing against each other. Sage comes up with a good aggression, and what is Team TrueRipper doing? This is not supposed to be their gameplay. Again, Shaktim, being that demon, getting aggressive, and oh my god. What did I just saw right now?
Yeah, I think slowly and with every passing round, TrueRippers is slowly gaining confidence. And like I said, man, since round 2, they have been getting super aggressive. They decided to push in. Even this round, they did not wait for Team Blackout to come in through B main. It was Master pushing out, and he got. I think he got a double minimum at least, if I'm not wrong. And he got that round went away so quickly. And it's already 6-1. That's not looking good for Team Blackout. And TrueRippers right now sealing the deal for themselves to move forward in the brackets. Let's see if Master can open it up once again. There's the wall, which is nice, but Sova gets to him. I've already seen him happen, but then Crosshair and one-tap God already taking out Reyna and Viper. Gone. A little overextension, and Sova gets a double Mafia, taking away Sharkime and Master. I do not understand what happened there. I don't know how Master has been. He managed to take better shots when he was at a longer distance, but he did goof that short distance gunfight. Just didn't work out for him somehow. But doesn't matter because they'll take the round anyway. It's 7-1. Very one-sided. Yeah, like that. You think the first half is going to end just like this?
It will definitely end on
I
a,
should
like,
play some
10-2
Astral Stars
or
in this
probably
reality.
11-1 scoreline. I'm still waiting for that Impress Ultimate to come online for the side of, a Race, who is just two ulti orbs away. And, like, talking about the defenders, they have the Cosmic Divide, which I think it's not much needed unless they do go on a post-ban scenario. They have the Hunter's Fury, which is going to, help them grab that B main control. And obviously the Resurrection, which is just quite overpowered. But look at this Recon. Well, like, I'm just getting amazed the way, I'm seeing these new lineups of, Recon Dart. It's really some amazing production by PixelScope, but by, like,
Oh,
back to back two kills coming in,
Spike
and that
down
Hunter's
I'm
A.
Fury was quite
Shaka.
effective. And Yapu, they do have
One
a good
enemy
numbers advantage.
remaining.
Okay, one tap got just
Your
getting
duty
aggressive.
is not
He
over.
gets a
And gets
resurrection onto a
res
smoke
again.
bite. Oh
Yep.
my god.
Out was taken by Viper, decides to push in, but gets one, but gets refragged. Anyway, I didn't think Viper even had a choice there. But wow, the aggression. This time they didn't even let Team Blackout set, definite, push for themselves. They didn't even take side control. वहीं पे खत्म हो
Careful
गया
here.
A main पे. It did not even come further than that. They tried, but I think Sharkan's Hunter Fury kills really set up that game. He pushed Team Blackout to such a corner they didn't have any space left to make rotates or perhaps save themselves. They had to, box themselves in corners, and that just helped One Tap God open it up and take that round.
Well, the Recon Dart comes up finally, and we can see a cosmic divide being made to deny that mid control, which could have been taken. But here, already the players look the first kill nikal chuke, but there comes on to a trade with a judge right now. 4v4 scenario already been chuka, and team attackers look at those ultimates being online. This is something which is really gonna happen right now. The side execution finally being available, but will team defenders respect that lockdown of Killjoy? Is it gonna be something else? No, they won't, cause my god, it's gonna be Master will gonna take down that lockdown. Amazing side execution, amazing retake, and there comes, different, like, backstab coming in from the side of Master. He's down to 86 HP, but again that Sentinel versus Sentinel. Ares, Impress Ultimate is also online. Let's see that whether they will be able to, hold this post-ban scenario. A good, operator coming in, Master coming in with a good shot, and already we can see a 2v3 scenario. The operator is getting spammed through the, under Evan area. Ares coming up with a single kill. He's down for this 158 right now, but somewhere down the line he goes on a reload, and that's really going to be difficult for them. 1v1 का scenario बन चुका है. It's going to be Ares versus Master, the backstab of the Sentinel, and look at the way he gets, the room to defuse the bomb. A half defuse तो जरूर हो जाएगा, but is he going on for the full defuse?
Master
That
just
was some flick, bro. That is the time when we see that, all those aim laps, practice comes into play.
yeah, and I think if that round should definitely go to TR because Master just closed that round in the most spectacular fashion possible.
Play some watching here.
I got it. Okay, when he put up that wall, I was like, "Ha, okay, fine." And then Reina managed to come out of that. That was actually a clutch work for Reina. Lekin Master even went for the diffuse too long. I was thinking he was gonna get clapped anyway, but Master just flicks, gets onto the head of Ares, clutches it up for him, and that's it. Sharka, look at that, opening it up, taking away Reina out of the game already. That's bad because you just lost one of the main fraggers in your team, and that's it. Jet's dead as well. One tap with doubles, taking away Viper out as well. That's just Sova and Killjoy remaining. They don't even have their ultimates. I'm hoping they have some utility onto it. But look at TrueRippers, dude. Everyone is running an operator, and that's it. One tap and crosshair, closing that round with finesse. And that's it, man. You predicted the
Last
score
round
10-1,
in
dude.
the
It's
half.
just one round away from being 11-1. Wow. This is one of the most one-sided games that we've had in this week, I guess.
Well, definitely, like True Reapers. This is like, this is not even an early stage of the tournament. These are the round of 32. These are the qualifiers for round of 16, and like such sort of dominance we are still. If we are seeing, then like I do not know that when it comes to the qualify the quarterfinals, round of 16, and those end stage of the tournament, what are, like we gonna witness, the best competing against the best. We did start off the tournament with 64 teams, and now we are down to the final 32 teams, and they are competing with each other to get the final round of 16 slots. Let's see which team is it gonna be. And for now, the run it back ultimate looks quite good. First time I'm seeing some player being tagged up from those drone, and still, they are just going on aggressive towards that mid-side area. Look at these wall, look at these utility being used from the side of, Viper, just denying that mid control, but one tap God could deny karna to mushkil hone wala hai. Scratch does come up with a good, Europe score. But wait, was that a collateral kill? Back to back 2 kills from Crosshair. Oh my god, this was some insane flick which I could have ever seen. A back to back collateral kill, and not only that, it was a headshot kill as well. Finally, he's going to be taken down, and I am just seeing an operator, being played right now. Yeah, vulnerable to this, but the sheriff is going to be in play, and there comes a clutch. And the score which we were expecting of 10-2, that is something which is finally on board right now.
Switching sides.
And that is weird, Kiki. Like, they had operators, Crosshair literally took doubles on mid, and that just destroyed whatever mid control they had, right? Team Blackout, but I think they whiffed it in the middle. After that happened, Kiki Jet single-handedly closed that round for Team Blackout, and that was actually great. Kiki, right now it's at least not 11-1, because that would have been terrible. That would have been the worst scoreline to have proceeded into the second half with, right? At least this is like a 2-round space you still have it. So this is probably gonna help them. But TR, look at that. They are once again, they're completely stacked on the B main. There's Killjoy holding it out with all of her utilities, but I don't know how much can she hold on to by herself. There's Viper in market. Can she do that though? There's Jet coming in hard and fast. She has the frenzy to back it up. She gets Killjoy anyway, so all of that utility she had is completely gone. Sharkheim with the shock heart takes away Viper. So all resistance on B side and mid is now gone. It's a complete retake situation for Reyna, Jet, and Sova. They do have the utilities, but will it be enough? It won't. Crosshair with the one tap on the Ares, and Master with the one tap to not melt. That's gone. That's just Sova left in a clutch situation, which is the worst right now. Because it's a pistol round. 1v5. Spike is down. He has to do a lot.
Well, that was a good try. He did, manage to deny that flawless round so that, Phoenix could have saved its sheriff, but that is going to be the time where it's going to be the 11th round up for the side of Team TrueRippers. Just one single round away, and then they are going to get, the match point, and that's going to be something amazing to see. 9 rounds ki lead hai abhi. Team, Blackout would definitely want to go on a full buy round. If they do go, this really means that losing this round is going to end the game for themselves. And if they do go on for a save, it's really going to give them some room to, play a buy round into the next round and minimize those, lead, and try to, make any sort of comeback, which is quite, undoable at this time. But the beacon that comes in, all the players from the side of Team, TrueRippers are stacked up at the side of B main. Already one tap God is just taking the map control as if it's just nothing. It's just a joke for him. And he is already into the B side. First kill, Nikal bhi lenge onto the scratch. And we are seeing a bar run coming in from the side of Team attack defenders. So let's see if this is going to help them for retake.
If by some miracle Team Blackout can take this round for themselves, it would be beneficial, of course, but I don't see that happening. But just as I say that, Ares and Mafia open it up by picking up Relic and Crosshair, but that God has done a lot of damage onto Team Blackout, and there it is, once again dashing in, taking Ares out with the Ghost. That's absolute, precision on that guy, dude. The dash, every time you dash, it's like, yes, you get away from the crosshairs of the enemy, but then again, your own crosshair is reset as well. You have to adjust, and there's like nanoseconds before your team, your opposite gets onto your head, right? So that's just exceptional control. I think he got more than 2, perhaps I missed that. Lekin jo bhi hai, it's good. Right now we are on match point. TrueRippers 1 round away from taking it into the next round. Let's see what happens. Do you think Blackout can hold on? Can they make it happen? Can they make the ultimate comeback? What is wrong with my
Well, let's see, because the Stormblades are finally online, and that too into the hands of none and only than one tap god. And as I told him, he has already been taken down, but the judge is in play right now.
B.
Bad Trip is already up with some kills right now. He is going to take down one tap god as well. And though back-to-back kill ke baad, finally a numbers advantage going into the favor for Team Blackout. Are we seeing a comeback happening? Like, abhi kya hai वापसी एक possible हो सकता है, because Master's already boosted up at the side of, Sage wall onto the B main, and Bad Trip is already up with 3 kills. That investment in Judge was quite, different. But there comes a shock dart, and it's really going to be difficult. Master coming up with the first kill. Let's see that how is she going to able to manage. If she clutches this out, they are going to be winning this by a 30 this goal, which is quite good. But the fourth kill comes up, and Bad Trip alone, is enough with his Judge to just hold this beam in area.
Yep, but then again, they are in such a corner that they have to make wins back to back and score because it's 12-3. One small mistake and they'll be punished for it, and PR will take the round and they'll send Team Blackout home. That's the thing. Kyuki, they didn't win too many rounds in the first half. This is actually super bad, and I get it, inclined scoreline kabhi ho jata hai, but then again, you don't want to get to match point on the first half. That's absolutely your fault, and now you're gonna have to deal with it. There's the recon dart. Bad Trip gets away on time to not get spotted, but that's the Killjoy trap will give away its position, but Relic gets Bad Trip anyway. All of that utility denied immediately. Now there's a rotate happening, but Master gets scratched as well. Tap God gets Notpel and Mafia. That's the Judge. They are taking revenge for that round. Abhi jo hua. Notpel is just punishing them with the Judge for what they did last round. And that's it. Tap God with the last kill, killing Ares out of the game with the Judge. That's just ironic and super one-sided scoreline, and 13-3. That's just disappointing.
Well, what a way to even end the match right now. We did saw that one tap god was again up with his Judge after losing that round, and that could have really been the game changer, getting those 3 initial frags with a Judge. We did saw Master coming up with some Ares play, which was quite amazing. These players are just so perfect on each and every weapon which you can hand them over. Let it be a single, what we can say is Marshal or an Operator or Sheriff. Like each and every gun, it seems as if these guys have just mastered it, and 13-3 scoreline and winning by a 10 round margin is something which is quite huge. I'm just amazed. And with that, the second match for today, it's really gonna happen between Team Glacial Demons versus Team FlameXSerenity. So finally, it's going to be the match of FlameXSerenity, which I'm personally really excited for, and I would really love to hear it from you that what could be your predictions for the upcoming match.
I hope the map is not Ascent. That's number one. And number two is I do not want to see this scoreline that just happened to get repeated again. And just before we move on to the second game, I want to give a shout out to both these teams that came in, especially TrueRippers. Congratulations to them. They're moving forward. And to Team Blackout as well for coming this far and participating, showing up in the tournament to give you a match and a spectacle on screen for you guys to watch. So kudos to both teams. And look at that scoreboard, dude. Tap God with 24 kills and 7 first bloods. That's beautiful. Good numbers to look at.
Actually, playing only, I guess, 16 rounds, okay? And out of 16 rounds, 7 rounds of first blood has been taken by, one tap god. So that is just amazing. And with that, thank you all for tuning in. We will be right back from a very short break. So meanwhile, you guys can, just tune back in within few minutes of time, and let's see you in the match of Team Glacial Demons versus Team FlameXSerenity.
Yep. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned.
birds all around, but I don't see anything but you. Get lost in the sound, go back to the start. Let's go out of the dark. Let's go out of the dark. Into the light now.
Quiet's driving me insane. Silence rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away. Always waiting for the phone, so I built my towers tall, wandering through these empty halls. Breaking cycles down, walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look my fear right in the eye. I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel I gotta save me from myself. This emptiness, it hurts like hell. My good intentions let me down. I keep getting in my way. My stubborn pride will dig my grave. Please hit me hard with every step I take. Yeah, cycle down, walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling. As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling. It's all about how you were with my parents. Yeah, I changed their mind. Cause you were sweet and looking like you cared, boy. That was hard to find. I caught feelings, how could these feelings? I caught feelings, how could these feelings? I caught feelings, I caught feelings, how could these feelings? I caught feelings, I caught feelings, how could these feelings? Push me away. I wanna stay, baby. Push me away, yeah. In my eyes, you made me feel alive. I don't know why you got me needing you. In my eyes, you made me feel alive. I don't know why you got me needing you. I caught feelings, I got those feelings. I caught feelings, I got those feelings. I caught feelings, I got those feelings. Right now I'm living in a daydream. It won't leave my mind. When I'm with you, yeah, nothing really matters. Don't need money or time. I got feelings, I got those feelings. I got feelings, I got those feelings. I got feelings, I got feelings, I got these feelings. Those feelings, I got feelings, I got those feelings. Got these feelings.
Guys, welcome back. फिर से sent है. I'm kind of angry, but that's okay because there's been a slight change in this schedule today because we were supposed to have Glacial Demons and I think it was FlameXSerenity, but I think one of those two teams had some issues. They couldn't show up tonight, and instead we're gonna have last night's game that was cancelled. That's weird esports versus Decimators, and we have Weird on attack and Decimators on defense, and the map is, like I said, exact.
Well, that's really gonna be, some exciting thing to see. We have our tomorrow's matches, being scheduled today. So let's see that, what's gonna happen. For now, our player seems to be ready. So let's directly dive into the agent selection window and let's see that, what sort of agent picks we are doing. We did so that in the last match, there was some amazing picks of, Viper and Astra, but with this map, it seems it's going to be a bit different agent picks coming in from both the side because this is an elimination mode and both the teams need to have this, win this must-win match for today.
Yep. I want to say, okay, so Shroud from Weird already went with the Killjoy. I don't want to see any weird off picks here. Because last round we saw a team struggle because of that weird off pick that they just chose. But going a little off topic, I want to say that Arjun Chaturvedi and Accelerate, welcome to the stream, man. He's asking Act 4 कब से शुरू होगा? Is gonna start very soon. Don't worry about that. We'll announce the dates on our Discord server, so make sure you join us there. There's the links in the description. You can do it. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, please like it. Best way to support the channel. And make sure you tune in every day. We have streams lined up every day. So that's it. Weird He-Man. So we're going to see Jet once again. I wanted to say that this is a joke. There's whenever Phoenix and Astra line up, they technically look the same because even the haircut is technically the same for them. I got really confused last time when there was an Astra and Phoenix pick right off the bat. But anyway, coming back, I want to see if we have any confirmed picks on team Decimators. Is it? Are they going to confirm any of the picks that they're hovering on? I want to see if it's Omen. Yes, it is. Omen, Omen, Sova, Jet, Reyna, and Killjoy. What do you think? Strong for defense.
Yeah, that is some, classic pick, having a double duelist single initiator control as well as a sentinel. And Killjoy is something which, it really I love seeing at this defense side especially. So let's see how Decimators are going to, take that advantage. Attacker team ke paas ek Astra hai, so that's really going to be, some sort of game changing. We do know that a combination of Astra as well as Phoenix is somewhere, where you do see a good advantage. But before the game started, it seems to be a good culture for us that, some of the players might have a technical issue, and now again we are in the very pause zone for now. We will be seeing all these players just jumping around and seeing that what sort of buy will they be having. But yeah, talking about the map of Asian, what do you think that in spite of last match where it was quite a one-sided map, what was that one thing that team attackers could do to get really those rounds into their favor? Because defenders just keep quite amazing in dominating this map.
Yep. I think that Phoenix on team on attackers on team weird esports, if I'm right, is gonna prove beneficial. Because Phoenix is, I just want to settle it. Phoenix is my favorite duelist. That's it. I just said it right there. And other than that, there's 2 Killjoys, 1 on each team. That's going to be beneficial because, like I said, Cypher and Killjoy, one of the best sentinels to hold on to sites. We're going to see we are yet to see, however, which Killjoy makes optimal use out of her utilities. So we also have Sova on both teams. We have Jet. And who do you think is the better controller, however? Is it Astra or is it Omen?
Well, about the current meta, it really is Astra, but Omen is an agent which will never die. According to me, Omen is always going to be some of those, top 2 controller, because it's not only about those dark clouds. The smoke of Omen is the densest. It's quite dense, it's quite big, and it's quite like in a type of smoke which you would really want to have compared to the smokes of Astra and Brimstone, and compared to that, even the other abilities, which is like the TP and especially the Paranoma, that is one of the most time per person could be blind while throwing a Paranoma. So that is something where which forces me to tell you that Omen is a agent which could never die. But for now, let's see that what sort of gameplay we are seeing here from both the side of our team, team Weird Esports versus team Decimators. Let's see which controller is going to get better. Let's see which Killjoy is going to outperform, and obviously Jet B, same pick. It's just going to be between those flashers who are going to be Reyna from the side of defense, and it's going to be Phoenix from the attacking side.
Yep. I want to say I actually agree with you on that note about Omen, because Omen ke smokes recharge bhi hote hain. We have to keep that in mind. Plus, he comes with something called Paranoia, the blind that goes through walls, and in some situations it could be devastating because it really short sights the player, unable to hear others. You can't see them. It's insane. Plus the TP, dude. His kit is just phenomenal. You have to agree.
Well, but it seems as if he was just hiding in his dark clouds where he was being taken down by weird Shroud 3K himself. This was quite a good equalizer coming in from the side of team attackers. 4v4 का scenario already once we can see, look at that spam coming in. That was some good spam, and that's gonna leave, like a He-Man in a 60 HP. Both the players are not having a healer. Let me remind you, a good beacon dart comes in from the defender side to clear off those mid control being taken from the side of team attackers. And now look at these intel with these guys having. They do know that most of the players are stacked up here at the side of B main. Akoric kills Turner यहाँ पे निकालेंगे, and it's gonna be the Astra, the controller herself. So this is gonna be really difficult for them if they wish to go executive towards this B side. The shock darts are already up. B main is down to 20 HP, but it seems she wanna
30
walk through her
seconds
area towards that market, and that's what she does. She gets a crucial frag. She gets 2 frag with only 20 HP.
Enemy
I
remaining.
think she has pretty much done the job for today to get that win for Weird Esports so far.
Yep, I think He-Man has brought back his team from the grave, because that round was ja chuka tha when Stunner got that kill on Astra, because Astra went into cosmic mode without staying in cover. We saw that happen last night as well. He-Man single-handedly bought this round for his team and gets Weird Esports their first round in the game, and he got the last kill on, I think you were right, 20 HP, right?
Yeah,
That's just insane. And with a frenzy, he got 3 on the first round. That's just amazing. Amazing.
well, with Sova being left in a 1v2 scenario, I just missed that the HP of both the players were just in single digit. It was just 2 and 3 HP for Killjoy as well as Sova. They played with their utilities, and the way they double peak, Rena was, up at 100 HP. It could have been a very doable, clutch for them, because all she had to do is just, connect those single bullets onto their body, or even leg could have been worked out. But that was an overall, good hold. Even after being in such a low HP, they managed to bring out the round. But for now, it's gonna be He-Man with a good kill towards Shorty. Now, Shorty is some of those guns which we never usually see. And there comes Stunner with Sheriff headshot, and this is looking quite an equalizer right now.
Yep, and the manpower advantage has been reduced. It was equal, but they have reduced it. Weird God has taken away one member
player
from
standing.
team. Sorry, my bad. From team, I forget. Decimators, and that's it. Another round for Team Weird Esports. Looking good. Somehow, these guys are just touching it. He-Man specifically, doing a very good job at shutting down Team Decimators. This is looking pretty good, actually.
That is actually looking good, and I really think that from the side of Team Weird Esports, they have a very good team position. The way we saw that the Sova drone was being dodged from a player, and the trade coming in from Killjoy, like all the players, it seems they have the back of their teammates, and that is what you need at such sort of matches. When it's quite a very equally scaled group match, and both the teams have to play on this single elimination man. Only it's a must-win scenario for both the teams. Only the winning team will be able to top it and go into the further, stages, the further phase of a tournament. But for now, 5 players are stacked up. The dark clouds come in, but let's see that will it be able, the dark cover the smoke, will that be enough to hold this rush? Amazing kill coming up from VD himself. First blood उनके फेवर में आ चुका है, and the catwalk area, जो control ले रही थी team attackers, that is going to be totally denied right now. Even though that turret was there, that turret, just went on no use, because Killjoy herself is going to be taken down for now.
Yeah, and looking pretty solid right now. Nobody has done. Okay, my bad. Actually, Killjoy is dead, and that's it. I think Killjoy, did she have the lockdown? Not so early. Okay, but then again, a lot of utilities wasted. The nano grenade. Killjoy excels on attack when she's on a post plant scenario, right? Her nano grenades, her turrets, everything comes into play when it's a post plant scenario. But right now, that's not gonna happen, because they just lost her early on in the game. But He-Man gets strikers right off the bat. The Stormblade used to perfection, and that's it. 5 kills, 2 deaths, 4v4 right now. Astra with a little bit, a tad bit low on HP, but she can still pull through, enough to pull through, right? And we're gonna see what happens. Is it gonna be a clean retake? But He-Man, dude, this guy, have you heard of the character He-Man, the comic He-Man? I'm pretty sure you have, right? And this guy is single-handedly getting people left and right. But look at this, Stunner and Wildly getting crucial out of it. Now it's just Sova alone, and that is one beautiful retake. Wildly closing it out and getting Team Decimators their first round in the game. Looking
Well,
pretty solid.
that was a pretty good retake. Even though we did saw that the early first bloods came into their favor, they did lose the side towards team attackers. They played on a post plan scenario, and He-Man was also too good with his storm blades and obviously the back to back two kills which he got for himself. Last me, Sova could have ended up he was having all the players being lined up, but I think team defenders finally they bought the first round, and from now I would really be looking forward to see these teams competing equally against each other. And with
Okay,
that we
sorry.
can really see that because team defenders did manage to pull this round. They would want to continue towards this round. Ek acha buy round unki taraf se dekhne ko mil raha hai, and it's like a very equal up right now, the inventory for themselves, but the first blood going towards He-Man takes down the clone duelist himself, and there comes an outrun from Valen. He is gonna grab that mid courtyard, mid control, and would want to give some intel towards his teammate, but it seems as if Omen is just left alone. What a way to bait that, the drone, and there comes the first blood towards it. Back to back do kill ke baad, I think that these
Spike down
side is
mid.
really open for them to play on a post plan scenario. But no, if you see for the post plan scenario, you do need the spike, which is just dropped down under the surveillance of team defenders right now.
Plus, there's Killjoy looking at it. Plus, Stunner just clutched that round beautifully. He has all of the utility he needs to hold on to that spike. He has the storm blades. He has a good gun. Has enough HP and enough shields to take the gunfight. It's He-Man. It's gonna be a Jet versus Jet soon enough. We are yet to see which one is
player
gonna end up doing it. It's on a clutch situation. Stunner right now in a very bad corner. Will he be able to pull through? He tries to get Sasmi, but Sasmi closing it out with finesse, taking once again another round for Weird Esports.
Well, that was a good third round going in the favor for Weird Esports. They had a a very bad disadvantage, but even after that, the spike were being dropped off. They got few initial picks, and that round totally went into the favor for team attackers. I
And
really think
Omen
that
with its
team
9.
defenders would could do pretty much a good job holding on to that passive sort of game style, but they were just outnumbered, and getting outnumbered is something which really gives you a lot of situation, a lot of issue. There comes a Parnoma, and already we can see an A aggression coming in from the side of the attackers. Now these guys have an intel. It's all B and like a B in control and a mid control. The first kill looks good,
Wow.
and there comes an amazing kill with that shotgun. And we are already looking at a 5v3 retake scenario where it's pretty doable for them to just play on a post plan.
And that looks really good. 5v3, looking at it. There's Omen, there's Reina, there's Jet. Good enough operators. I mean, agents to take the retake, but then again, it's going to be tough against 5 of the opponents. And just as I said, it's Stunner and Reina just deleted, and that's followed by
Wow.
High Glide getting deleted as well. And once again, Weird Esports dominated, taking domination to the next level. Once again, bagging another round for themselves, and this is looking like this last game, dude. Dhire dhire, like one team is just stacking
Getting
up on that
diminished,
domination.
yeah. And what happens is once you have a momentum of domination, you would want to carry out. You don't care about losing rounds. You might even just go aggressive. Even it's a 3v2 scenario, you might just give up your life, which just disadvantage your whole team would get. But because more than losing your life, you have the confidence that you are going to take down your opponent. That is something which really gives them a very good confidence towards those aim power, towards those 1v1 scenario. And meanwhile, talking about team defenders, they do know that they are defending at this map. They do know they want to get those crucial, at least take equalizer, if not a lead. And even after having this advantage, if they're just not able to capitalize, and if they're just getting dominated by attackers, attacking teams, so that's when you lose a lot of confidence. And that is what we saw in the last match as well, where it was really difficult for a comeback, for team Blackout after losing those initial stages. They did made some momentum in the end, but it was too late for them. And right now we can see the same thing happening from the side of weird esports as well. And I really think that they are doing a pretty good job. They did lost a single round till now, but out of those 5 rounds played, winning 80% of the rounds right now, that's looking quite good. And looking after the statistics, Iman, like I hope I just spell him like correctly. He is up with 11 kills, and the second time he's gonna get his Stormblades online, which is something to see. Already only 5 rounds are up, and according to kills per round, it's literally 2 kills, which he does on an average per round, and the KD is just like more than I guess 3.8. So having a duels list like such is literally some sort of asset for your team,
Yep.
and that is why I really till date I never had played Jet as an agent, because Jet is one of a difficult agent to master it. The dashes, you don't even have a healing. One of the whenever you play a 1v1 scenario and you lose out to your HP, the HP is a concerning point for you to get into more fights. That is something which Phoenix doesn't take cares about, which even Reyna doesn't cares about. And having a Sentinel, it's really good for you. But being a Jet, you have to be so dominating. Like HP is just nothing. All you got to do is
Yeah.
just have a good momentum, updraft, dash, and just keep fragging until you die.
Yeah, I agree. And looking at the scoreboard right now, Stunner at 6, Wildly at 4 for Team Decimators, but Valen, Monkey, and iGlide sitting. iGlide is at 0 right now. And the others are at 1-1 each, which is not good enough. And
Yeah.
look at, on the contrast, look at the others, dude. He-Man at 11 kills. 5 round हुआ है सिर्फ. We are in the 6th round, and he's at 11 with God, Crucial, and Sasby following right behind with 4, 3, 3, and 2 kills. And right now, for this round, we have, I think we have, Decimators has Reyna's Empress, but on the other hand, we have 3 ultimates ready on Team Weird Esports. We have the Hunter's Fury, we have the Run It Back, and we have the Lockdown, which is going to put a lot of pressure onto Team Decimators. No matter which side they're going for, that Lockdown is going to push players back into a corner. That Hunter's Fury can be used to deny the plant, but there's iGlide taking away Killjoy so early in the round, and that means that's over. That Lockdown has been shut down. It's not coming out this round. But then again, on the other end, however, I think God took away Stunner with the Hunter's Fury, which was very, very cool.
Well, that's not only cool, but look at the game sense. He did know if he has tagged in Jet, so he is gonna updraft, and that's why he did ascend his Hunter's Fury. A good kill coming from Iman again, and he plays on a post plan scenario in this 3v3 retake where Impress Ultimate and those teleportal are online. I Glide is already up, but that flash comes in. If he could have been through those curve walls, वापस जरूर एक easy frag उनको मिल सकता था. But it seems as if the defenders are playing it slow. They wanna play together, but why would Glide? Like Glide just goes towards the beam inside. He was taken down, and there's not even a trade coming in. Now, like trade आना बहुत ज़्यादा important होता है ऐसे time पे, because you would just not want to give up your life and give your team such a good advantage. The Recon that comes in, and let me remind you, you have only 15 seconds left to defuse the bomb. The spike is started to detonate, and there is gonna be God coming up with a good kill onto Welty. It's gonna be Sova who will be like going on to, okay, that shotgun did connect well, and it might probably could have taken down Jet, but no, it's gonna be Valiant himself, and that there goes the 5th round towards the side of Team Weird Esports. That was some good IQ play from them.
Yeah, plus I think बहुत easily उन्होंने, even without stepping into the side, they were able to deny the retake from Team Decimators. क्योंकि especially I want to shout out to Sasmi, because he used his molly to deny that last moment push that Reyna would have given onto stairs. He used his molly effectively. He took away iGlide as well and managed to corner Reyna in such a position that she had to stay in the middle, and he pushed her to that position, and in the end he ended up taking the front. That's actually amazing game sense. That's very good to look at, and this is what makes Weird Esports deserving of that round.
Well, but for our counter hunters really coming in from the side of Team Defenders, he would probably tag one of the players, which is quite enough for today, because quite enough for now, because really you are not having those first blood totally He-Man is totally taking in his control. 1v1 ka scenario already ho chuka hai, and there comes the Lockdown towards the side of B, which is gonna go totally inside the control of B. Okay, Monkey
Spike
spiked with a
down,
good
B.
headshot kill, and it seems he had done, as much he could. But we are looking at a 4v4 retake scenario. None of the players are gonna get detained, and the spike carrier will be planting the spike here. So okay, Heman coming up with some good, kill. That Recon dart is just on his face. Wallbang agar aata to shayad unke liye, एक
Spike
फायदेमंद हो सकता है.
planted.
And Gia defenders is finally up with a numbers advantage. I'm really looking forward to see them to win this round right now, because I want to go into a second now with a very competitive, scorecard and not a very single, game plan. I think that's going to be the same case with you.
There's the lure coming in, and there's the fake TP, I guess. And there's but Shroud touches it, gets two of them, Iglad and Stunner, wildly pushing it down to that 1v1 scenario. There's the flash, and Phoenix gets it. He almost didn't take the shoot. I thought he goofed it there, but he confirms it, and that is amazing. Once again, Team Weird Esports saving this round from falling apart for themselves. And 6-1, dude, this is just like the last game we had. Exactly the same.
And yeah, like even after having such sort of advantage towards yourself, defenders didn't manage to pull it off. It wasn't easy advantage for them, but back to back jo kills nikala wahan pe kill join hai, that was quite amazing. And overall, the whole team is contributing towards your team, which is quite an advantage. यहाँ पे Phantom से one एक Dink को already कहा चुके हैं, Iman already will get aggressive, but
He-Man just gliding in, gets two now. Velen को भी ले लिया है उसने, but that he got Omen mid teleport, so that's awesome. He gets an arena as well. And Killjoy is the last one left, and she's on spawn. Might just get Jet, doesn't. That Free Fire gives away her position, but Monkey Strike does get him in, but the damage is already done.
Not yet, I guess, because already we can see that though players could take down Kar chuke, he does has 120 HP still. 3 bullet of Vandal it'll all take to take him down. Will it be done or no? Let's go see. 20 seconds back, and yes, there comes an headshot from the Phantom, and it's gonna be Killjoy, taking a Shroud 3k, taking out the lone Killjoy, and the 7th round for his team. 8th round already ho chuka, and we are finally down to the final 4 rounds of today. Let's see कि ये 4 round कौन सी team अपने favor में लेगी, and who is gonna be quite in a good advantageous position, who will be having a good lead. Back to back तीसरा round here where we are witnessing team demonstrators are just going on an eco, like back to back. It's like if they lose a round they have to go on an eco, and then if they again lose a round they again have to go on an eco. So this is just a recycle for them.
Okay, accelerate says fix our overlay. Yep, we just did. Aditya Sima says, how are we fixing? That's the mod magic. Magicians never tell their tricks. That's the mods working their magic. It's fixed, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the game, guys. There's the Cosmic Divide, so that denies a lot of information coming straight up. So now defenders have to do a retake. 8-3 push has to be done, but what happened? Sasby, he and gone in coordination, take away 4 members from the defenders, and Reina just pushed to such a corner. What kya ho gaya? In just 10 seconds, they turned the game one-sided. Like all 3 members in coordination took out 4 members from the other team.
Not only that, just look at the way these teams are having their calls. One player was looking all the way to heaven, one player was looking at that Xbox area, which is very low possibility that any player would really want to hide there. Just in the nick of the time when the Cosmic Divide went up, there was a good frag coming in. Back to back 4 kill came down as I saw, and that was some round to see from the side of Weird Esports. Like being an attacker, doing this much domination is quite good, but for now we just want to see the shock dart lineup, and let's see if it's gonna land at this okay, it does land on the catwalk area. Wow, this is something good which we got to see from MF God, and let's see that how is he carrying with his utilities of Sova being an initiator. I really think that Sova is one of the most loved initiator at this map when it comes to Ascent, because having a drone, having a shock dart, having a recon dart, and the Hunter's Fury, it covers each and every department, giving an intel, giving a damage, and also making you initiate towards the side. So that is something which Sova is obviously quite picked rather than Breach and Sky. But there comes again a kill, and also a good back-to-back lockdown. counter lockdown which that's going to be really good for them, but I think that it's quite doable for it to just take it down. 2 second बचा and they have to restore the lockdown. Yes, they did at the very last second left, वरना at least 3 players थे जो detain हो जाते B side पे, which is something they would not want to have. For now we are looking at a post plan scenario, full focus scenario बन चुका है, but Phoenix is just unstoppable. Run it back ultimate उनका online आ चुका है. The hot hands is also with him, and this is looking pretty good for him, looking at that whole market control.
Yeah. And look at that. That lockdown just changed the game entirely. And iGlide left to do a lot of work, gets punished. Regardless, Weird Shroud
Bomb grenade out.
just taking it for once again. And 9-1, dude. इससे ज़्यादा one-sided कैसे हो सकता है? I mean, this is not looking good for Team Decimators. Even if, and the fact that they are on defense, which is, they're gonna have a tough time when the ground swap happens now.
Definitely, because this, like, dheere dheere, it's just the win of them is just, like, they are just, that distance is just increasing and going totally into the favor for, Team Weird eSports. Like, उनके हाथ से पूरा, ये match जा रहा है, but let's see that, अभी भी एक मौका बन सकता है. अभी भी, there are some chances back-to-back 2 rounds जो बचे first half to end. अगर वो जीतते तो शायद, it will fall down to that pistol and SMG round, and शायद, we have something to see from their side as well, which till now we did not with us. But for now, the first blood coming in for the side of Team Weird eSports again. The Recon Dad is got a spot on kill try, and what a team call! Like, they are just clearing each and every way. They're just doing things step by step. They take the B main control, they take those killjoy utilities to spot on those close angles. Phoenix uses his ultimate. The Recon Dad looks quite good, and they get a side for themselves. Like a perfect team, a perfect side execution, which team attackers could ever do at this map of Essen. And कहीं ना कहीं यही एक बहुत बड़ा reason बनता है that defenders are just not able to stop them. Defenders,
Last
उनकी
round before the
domination,
switch.
उनके momentum को they are not able to outplay them. एक ही round अभी तक जीता, and we are finally down to the final round of the switch. And here's when I would be asking you that earlier predictions could have been out, but now are we predicting an 11-1 score, and are you in for it or no, Virgil?
I think it is going to be 11-1 because look at that, dude. The way the momentum is working for Weird eSports is just insane. They have been managing to take control of every single round since the beginning. They haven't whiffed in a single round, no matter what. कभी कभी हो जाता है उनका 1 man down, लेकिन that 1 man or even 4 man down doesn't matter. They just clutch it, and the team coordination on them is just amazing.
down,
But
mid.
just as I said, I think I jinxed it because Valorant and Stunner just take away Jet and Killjoy from Weird eSports. Now it's 5v3, but there's God taking away Stunner. There comes the Hunter Fury. God takes away iGlide as well, but Valen gets God. It's a 3v2. Sasmi jumps to avoid the Hunter's Fury, and let's see if these two people can pull it off and make that 11-1 scoreline happen. Now it's all down to Sasmi. Sasmi is just alone.
I think I really think that he is gonna pull off this 1v3 clutch because we can see Soa and Killjoy are not good on HP right now. It all falls down to Reyna, who is on a look, and I don't think that Sami is having that. What an unfortunate way to being taken down. A good luck from Wildy. I was pretty confident of him, because the way he just plays with his Phoenix, it's a perfect, play with him. We see him use his abilities towards his best, to help his team get those crucial frags and even the trade. But in the end, that luck, that backstab from Wildy was just round changing, and any possibility for him to, get a chance to win that last round of the first half, उस चीज को भी deny कर दिया पे हमारी team demonstrate है ना.
Yeah. But even then, even if they won that second round, doesn't matter क्योंकि 10 rounds है उनके पास, 8 round lead. That gap is insane. उनको वो gap close करने में बहुत difficulty होगी. Obviously, it's not match point yet. So we're gonna say, I'm just gonna say this कि it's they have some space for themselves, but itna bhi nahi hai. They cannot relax. For them, they have to treat it like a match point if they want to win. Because Weird eSports, if I look at the scoreboard right now, He-Man is sitting at 22 kills, followed by Sasmi and FGod with 12 and 10, and nobody on team. I think Decimators has even touched double digits. The highest is Stunner with 8 kills. So I have to say कि Decimators they have to up their game, man. If they want to stay in this kind of a lobby where people like He-Man are dominating with 22 kills, he's making optimal use of Jet. You know, that's how you play it. Look at that, another one, 23 right now. Took away Stunner, is still alive. It's a 3v4, but let's see if they can pull it off, man. And Reyna and Sova are barely left with any HP, and just as I say that, Wildly gets taken out as well. It's a 2v4 with Sova, Valen and Monkey Strike left, and I think Sova has like what? 25 HP, no shields. It's gonna be difficult, man.
30 seconds left.
It is really going to be difficult because they not have to just execute towards the side where they are 2v4 on a disadvantage, but also hold that post plant scenario, which is going to be quite like difficult for them. But there comes a good wall bang kill. Well, that was something good from Monkey Spike. A good initial decision as well. But one
10
tap of
seconds left.
E-Man is just
Down
out of the world. Gets that wall bang hit towards Valen right now with his ghost, and I think they are just pretty much good to get that match point for today. It seems as if one player is again disconnected, but are they having enough timeouts to take these timeouts or no? That is, we would want to see that 11-2 ka scoreline ho chuka hai. After in 13 rounds almost, we can now see that 90% of the rounds is being won from the side of team defenders, and these are some numbers to look at.
I agree. And look at that, 11-2. 1 round away from match point, which is not good for Team Decimators. They will have a very difficult time coming back in this round, and they want to win this round. At least he say you want to keep on winning, because if you lose this round, you're going to be on match point. It's going to be 10 times more difficult coming back from that. Because the pressure, when you see that match point on screen, it's 10 times the pressure. If you lose, you're going home. That's it. Done. iGlide losing quite a bit of HP. He's, I guess, on 16, which is not good. And He-Man just destroying people on Decimators left and right. He has, look at him, dude. He's at 17 HP and he has managed to, he's at 27. And I'm pretty sure in the next 2 rounds, he's going to take 30. So that's just, he's clearly the MVP of this lobby. And this is how you make optimal use out of the agent that you have selected. Wildly gets Weird God. That's good. It's a 3v3. Manpower has been equalized. Crucial gets iGlide, setting it back for Decimators 3v2. But Reyna still there, and Wildly gets Crucial using the Ares to take the fight through them. And now she's fully healed. She knows where they are. There's the Stormblades. Can she take away the Jet? Gets shut down by Wildly. And once again, somehow Decimators managed to take this round for themselves. And that's good for them, because this still leaves space for them to make errors. One more round, that only sets them to match point. Agar ye round bhi har jate, that would push them to match point right now. And that means no more space available. Actually, they have to treat this as a match point if they want to make the comeback that they're looking for.
Well, that is, some unfortunate scenario towards them. Let's see that, how are they gonna bounce back? They are, still rounds ki baat kare, so almost they are in a lead with 8 rounds. Now, to cover up is gonna be something to see. Can we expect a 30 round for Team Weird Esports after, just losing those rounds? They would not want to just overcommit these things. And there comes a good martial play, but he dash outs all the way outside. That is in area. The Stormblades is part online, but Sammy coming up with an amazing kill, evening things off. The Stormblades are online first runner right now, and यहाँ पे जरूर headshot यहाँ पे connect करना चाह सकते थे, but the blades did not just landed onto the headshot. We do know that the Stormblades are just giving damage of 50 health. If you just manage to connect a headshot, that's only going to be the time, which is really going to be helpful for them. But Wildy with an amazing kill, back-to-back 3 kill निकाल चुके हैं. It all falls down to Sammy F alone. All the Stormblades are being done right now, and we are looking at a 1v4 scenario.
And I'm actually happy with this, because once again, Team Decimators taking another round for themselves, and not just because they are winning rounds. That's not the point. The point is, on attack, they're looking more comfortable. They were struggling on defense. They didn't have site control. They weren't able to hold on to sites for too long. Team Weird Esports was just having fun at that point. But right now, Team Decimators is actually doing some damage to Weird Esports, and they're making it look good. They're looking comfortable, looking like they are having fun. Let's see, man. Let's see. Shroud opening it up with taking out iGlide. So that means all of the smoke is completely gone. That's not good when you're on attack, especially losing Omen, losing the teleport, losing the Dark Clouds. That's not good. But on the fair side, Weird Esports has lost their Killjoy, so that means a lot of utility wasted. And God just whips it with the Sheriff, gets taken down by Stunner, and a 4v3. This is looking good for Decimators. I'm actually very, very impressed. They have slowly and calmly pushed on in the side B, pushing Weird Esports to perform a retake with 3 people. And Astra is good for the retake, but let's see if Phoenix and Jet are up for it. I mean, He-Man is up for it. Look at that, bro. Look at that guy. 27 kills. I'm pretty sure he can do it, but he's running an operator, so it might be difficult. Crucial gets Strike out of the game, and Sasmi gets Wildly. That's not good because it's a 3v2. There's the running back. He-Man gets Valen, and that's just the Jet left alone in Boathouse, cornered and left to do all of the work. There's the Molly. It's gonna push him into that corner. Sasmi shutting Stunner down. Sasmi now defusing the bomb, taking match point, and now setting Team Decimators to such a corner that they're gonna be pressured to the max. They need to be flawless in the next all of their rounds actually to bring this to an equalizer if they think of winning, because the odds are stacked against them right now. It's very, very steep. 12-4. That's just unfortunate.
Heading to the above.
That is quite unfortunate. Team Weird Esports finally, winning in their Baron. The operator was quite good, and I'm just waiting to see that, before this round ends, are we gonna see a 30 kill coming in from the side of team, He-Man off the side of Weird Esports or no? Because he's already up at 28 kills, and you did predict it that he might be some of those guys entering the 30k, flag list. But for now, the drone looks quite good. Warren seems to be spotted on 2 guys, and Phoenix is also spotted here, but no first bloods are going to be spotted here. Ignite is just using those dark clouds in his favor to roam around those mid courtyard area and get some advantage. Will he यहाँ पे impress ultimate के साथ जरूर online है, along with the lockdown being available for both the side of the Killjoy, but will she be able to keep herself alive for those clutches scenario or no? Or the post plan is also something quite doable because the opponent have to come towards your favor right now. Shroud 3K is just up with the Spectre. He's just waiting for that one moment where he's gonna press that run button, that W button, and he's just gonna run and gun all of the Spectre bullets towards Rena. But let's see, they wanna take no risk right now. First has been taken on, and back 2 kills coming in from MF God. What a way to trigger control and team kill nikal ke. That's gonna be ended in a style. What a way to end that round. A flawless round. What you are totally going towards a favor for Team Weird, esports. I was quite amazed. I did thought that comeback over, but I was deep down the line, waiting for that first buy round to come and see what sort of setback do they give to the opponent.
Yep, and the thing is, I think Weird God just took that round because he got 3 in mid, and the discipline on that guy. He did not decide to push in. He pushed out the recon dart in the correct time, tagged Omen, but did not actually decide to go for him. He actually went right, got Killjoy, and got Jet. I think Stunner's inability to get him, punish him for that, for getting Killjoy, is what cost them the round. And coming out of that, God also managed to take away iGlide as well, and that's just unfortunate. And you're gonna have to give it to Team Esports, Weird Esports, because they took the game by a great margin. 13-4 is just it's a steep incline, man. They just took it by storm.
Well, that was some amazing match, and Weird, He-Man was up with 430 combat score, which is just some number. But for now, let's hop into the second match for today, which is gonna happen between Team Demigods, Gaming versus Team xFactor. That's gonna be the third and the final match for today. So I'm really excited for it, and it's gonna happen at this map of Haven, which is gonna be quite big and quite entertaining for us to see. So we'll be taking a very short break, a very quick break, and all the players seems to be ready, so we'll just get back to you in a few minutes. And with that, thank you all the guys for tuning in. We'll be right back from a short break.
Yep, make sure you're hydrated. Go get the nutrients.
There's no heart beating inside your chest. It's vanished into thin air, never to be seen again. 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 Lick my lips as you walked away. There's nothing left except an empty space. Disappear without a trace. Your memory leaves a dead aftertaste. Ooh, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. Ooh, you're dead to me. 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 You're dead
Welcome back, guys. We are finally here with the last match for today, which is going to happen for the day 4 qualifiers. It's going to be between Team xFactors versus Team DG, which is going to be one and only Team Demigods Gaming. And that's going to happen at this map of Haven. Along with me, it's going to be Virgil. So, like, Virgil, finally, after Asian, we are into Haven. And,
Thank God.
what do you got to say for that?
Thank God, man. My prayers have been answered. Dude, कल से Ascent देख रहा हूँ, दिमाग खराब हो रहा है, and finally I get to see some Haven action, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be I goofed it in the team names. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna confirm with you. Just hold on. Yep. I think yeah, Demigod Gaming versus X Factor. So it's gonna be good. X Factor on defense and Demigods on attack. So I think we don't really have anything to hold on to. So just let's dive in. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you, if you're still watching, I want you to subscribe. Best way to support the channel because it's free and we're just a small squad trying to bring you something big and help us do that. And it's the best way to show your support. And make sure you tune in every day. Join our Discord to check our announcements. And let's go.
Well, let's go for now. We are just, for 20 seconds, I guess, into this map, and we can already see the agents are getting locked. Northside is already up with the Killjoy. Killjoy at Asen is something which I've, like hardly seen or witnessed because, that range is quite limited, and this really gives a very bad advantage to use the utilities at the best of our ability. But along with that, it's going to be wild with the Astra Stars. Phoenix is going to be in play, and not only from the side of defenders but attackers as well. Initiator दोनों side से सोवारेंगे, and I think controller. Okay, it's gonna be Brimstone from the side of Team Demigod. So a good pick. Jet will be quite latest, and Team DJ won't be going on for that Jet. Rather, they are choosing a Raze. Now, Raze, the most damaging agent in this game with the utilities, is gonna be seeing in play, and I really think this is some amazing pick. Like attackers के पास अगर they are having ciphers or defenders are having the killjoy, if attackers are having a raise, defenders are having a jet, which is like completely insane to see, and I'm going to be quite excited and looking forward to see a very competitive game for today.
Yep, and we've seen a lot of Astra plays today. आज I think we saw Astra on every game, right? So Haven, where we are seeing X Factor running an Astra, and instead of Astra for attackers for Demigod Gaming, we're gonna see a Brimstone. Now, who do you think is the better one? Is it Astra or is it Brimstone?
Well, it always depends on the map. If it would have been bind, I could have told Brimstone. But at this map of Asen, which is so huge, you need to even be at the range if you want to deploy a smoke. Like the way we saw Astra being all the way towards the spawn, she just deployed a smoke star towards an A heaven area. That is something which Brimstone cannot do. She has to be within the range, and that's why I would really choose an Astra over Brimstone.
Yep, but I would like to say that on the ultimate department, it's definitely Brimstone. The post plant Brimstone always works. It's like a strategy set in stone, man. It always works out. There's the smoke that's gonna save everyone from Sticks, because Sticks did take the peek onto that, but they're still safe. And the boombot shooting the boombot just gave away the position for Sticks. Does not lose any HP to the paint shell, but there's Phoenix stacked up there as well. There's the flash, nobody gets it. Sticks loses quite a bit of HP. The Cypher Cam gives away the position of Sticks, so he decides to move back. Now that's a smart move coming from Sticks, and so far so good, man. Phoenix lost quite a bit of HP, but there's the molly to give him all of that HP back, and Jet loses just a tad bit, 79 HP, still good to take advantage. She sees Raze, doesn't quite take the fight, loses more HP, 53. I think Team Weird, not Weird, it's Demigod Gaming. Demigod has decided to take B side, but they're gonna get punished for that because Sticks just took two kills, followed by Fury taking one, and Wild taking two. So that's it. That's over for Team Demigod Gaming, and Fury take the first round. That's it. X-Factor. So sorry, X-Factor take the first round. Yeah.
That was an amazing way to hold off, towards that B area, even though none of the players were actually on the side, but just being on those, B link and A link area, they were just quite good to not only just play on a post plant scenario, they just denied it, but also eliminate all of the opponent players. So that was some good first round going in the favor Team xFactors, and we do know them for their domination. Like they are just like completely insane. Let's see, Fury ship is already up with some classic pistol. The camera is already up from a Sentinel Cypher, the Astra smokes and the grenade use. The way these abilities and all the utilities are getting baited out, that is something to see. But the shock darts connect onto Fury. He is going to be down to 61 HP. Is there any chance for him to get himself backed off and heal or no? Fury ship is not maybe having an idea. There comes another shock dart. अभी तक कोई भी first blood आया नहीं तो still I will be willing to see कि कौन सा first blood आ सकता है. एक player spot on कर दिया and there comes a kill. Fury with a good kill there somewhere down the line. Obviously all the players जहाँ पे वो fight area इतनी तस्दीक होने वाली है same area and Fury with being down to such a low HP like almost half HP पे 3 kills already निकाल चुके थे वो.
Yep, and the thing is, I'm pretty sure there's an audio cue when you take damage from the shock dart, right? And Sova was pretty in range. He deployed the shock dart. He should have heard Phoenix take damage, but he didn't even decide to actually take that peek onto that corner, and he just whiffed it directly on the Jet. Gets punished for that, and nobody, even after that, Fury took down Sova, right? Even after that, nobody decided to actually hold that angle and deny Phoenix those kills, and they just got punished for that. And this combo that Jet and Fury just pulled off on Amen is just insane because it just worked out. Those and their a rotate even came back from all the way back, right? So that also worked out. I think team Demigod Gaming really needs to rethink what they have in their minds because first round पे जो भी उन्होंने सोचा था that's not happening. Right now I want to see what their new strat is because Haven is, to be honest, I think one of the larger maps that we have in Valorant, right? It's one of the bigger maps, and the unique thing about Haven is that it has 3 sides, with B being open from all sides, I guess. So it's gonna be difficult. There comes out the flash. Gets flashed, but gets frostbite anyway with the judge. Now that's what you call getting punished.
And with that, not only he just got punished, but also got a numbers advantage to his team. We know that it's a bar round coming in from the side of
30
team
seconds
attackers.
left.
They are on a Vandal beating against those rifle, SMGs. And let's see, Fauna 8 kill इधर निकाल चुके. Things are gonna be even up for Fury is gonna be taken down. But अभी भी 2 players stack up होके रखे. They are already up at this side right now. But क्या इधर एक भी player करेंगे? Gia White coming up with a good kill, but there comes a trade, which will definitely take him down. But back-to-back kill coming in the favor for team xFactor. ये चीज बहुत ज़्यादा unbeatable होने वाली है. Whoa! What a way to pull that out. He just prams the bullet. It was just 5 seconds left. And look at that celebration voice of Ray. She just did it. Most impossible round is, I would say that which he managed to pull it off.
Yeah, I think that wasn't gonna happen when they got to Brimstone. Because when Brimstone fell, that was just a lot of pressure onto Raze. And I think with Brimstone, they even got control of the spike, right? But that and when Jet threw that smoke to pull off pressure, right? But that kill, whatever that was, that King of just did, it just destroyed Team xFactors, whatever game plan they had, and it just he clutched that round so beautifully. I think that has to go into the highlight reel. I mean, I'm in charge of the highlight reels. I'll definitely make sure I'll put that in, because that just deserves all of the recognition. That was a play, dude.
That was quite some play, but for now we are seeing the utilities are going to be baited out at the side of A. Are they overcommitting? Because behind we can see Killjoy is already on alert right now. Vicky coming up with a good kill, and finally we are seeing that xFactor is up with that, rifles right now. Finally rifles के साथ back-to-back 2 kill headshots connect करेंगे, and Vicky is having a numbers advantage towards his team. One more player down to quite a low HP, but here comes Chicks with his, storm blades. कहीं ना कहीं those cloud smokes are looking quite good. There are no charges left for Phoenix to use his utilities, but it is a 2v5 scenario. There comes the Stunkash, and King OP is just gonna be stunned right now for the time being. क्या इधर एक flawless round deny करेंगे? जी हाँ, यहाँ पे King OP coming up with a good kill, and it all falls down to Raze, who is down to 89 HP. एक अच्छा luck जिस चीज की मैं बात कर रहा था, Notsa is already on a backstab right now. बहुत ही अच्छे patient he did went on a luck, and he did got the crucial for 2 kills to grab that 3rd round for this match for today. 4 round के बाद we are seeing that team defenders are having a good lead, and I really think that Haven is an attack oriented map. You have quite many options. All you got to do is just play with those mind games and get be lucky enough to get that initial first brand and not be the one who is losing your life.
Yeah, and it's just
Going up, guys.
looking pretty
Placing
solid
swarm
for
grenade.
actually both teams. I'm not gonna say कि Demigod is going for a save this time around because they had it was a good push initially. First दो rounds से अभी game better जा रहा है, but they have to step it up. King Pop has his ultimate and so does Brimstone. But I would suggest that Brimstone saves his ultimate this round in order to use it in the next, unless they actually manage to put the spike down. Then it might actually end up changing the game. QK Brimstone's ultimate, like I said, is very effective at post plant. It's one of the easiest tools, just like the Hunter's Fury, to deny the diffuse. And there's two owl drones going face to face, saying hi to each other, and there's the Cypher Cam trying to. I think Team Demigods wants to go for the B side, and the recon dart gets denied anyway. So North side holding a nice position is going to get. Isn't actually because of the double bounce. He does not get tagged by the shock dart. If that would have been a single bounce, I'm pretty sure he would have had it, but he whips it, doesn't quite catch the Sova when he had the chance, and that's gonna cost him.
That will definitely cost him, but
30
looking
seconds
after
left.
the ultimates being online from defenders. Wait, what a collateral kill from
remaining.
Fury North and Wiki
Strike
himself
down A.
back to back within the like a nick of a time. All the players were being taken down, and it all falls down to Phoenix alone, who has the side control with his frenzy, but does not have the spike to go in a post plan scenario. The ultimates were quite online. We did saw the showstopper and also
10
the orbital
seconds
strike,
left.
which you talk about the Brimstone's ultimate. But यहाँ पे flawless run deny करेंगे, and यहाँ पे first kill everything निकाल चुके. He does bring a 78 HP damage towards Sova, but he wasn't lucky enough to take him down as he himself was just left in a 22 HP. With that, the fourth round is already up. This is looking quite good so far for the side of team, xFactors, but I'm really wanting to see that what and when are we gonna see team attackers with those ultimates.
Yep. And this is looking, like I said, I think this is going to be the buy round for Team PG, right? They're going for that operator. Okay, so King Op is going for the operator, others are going for a full buy. It's going to look good now. This is the round you do not want to lose when it comes to DG's perspective. Kyuki, so far they were good, but that's what happened last round. Maybe in the split second moment, Fury took double kills and two others took 2 kills or 1 kill each. That just fell apart like quickly. Instant deletion of 4 members from Team DG. That's not good. That's not. I mean, I think something is initially lacking in their coordination, and that Astra Smoke right now is going to deny that, all of that, whatever opportunity they needed to take those off shots, but it's just not going to work out. And Hunter's Fury coming out. Will it be able to catch somebody? It does. Vicky actually gets the other Sova. That's a Sova v Sova, and when it's a same agent against the other, it's personal, man. You don't want to lose that, and that's it. 5v4 scenario. xFactors still has control of side. North side taking away Frostbite. North side with a double takes away Phantom as well. Takes away Brimstone, and now they have the spike. They have side control, and Race is getting pushed into a corner. No way she's getting out, and Vicky gets her with a shock dart.
Such an unfortunate end towards a good buy round for the side of Team Demigods Gaming. They had a buy round, they had an operator, but now they are again going to be difficult to work on with these squads. We can already see Bulldog, Spectres, and Sheriff rounds coming in. Only 2 players can go on with the rifles, and they are going to be the players who have the ultimate online. So as Hunter's Fury is also online, but from the side of Team Defenders, it's going to be the run it back and lockdown. So I'm really excited to see when all these ultimates gets into play, which team is going to have an upper hand towards it, and how are they going to play up their opponent team to deny these sort of the ultimates from the teams being used. But for now, it's going to be Frostbite versus the turret. Uses those Spectres to work with, but the alarm bot is already up. North side want to defend the A side, but it seems he might be backing off to play on a retake scenario. Brimstone is down to quite a low HP, but here comes the showstopper. Are we gonna see a flying raise or no? Yes, here comes the Hunter's Fury as well. One player's already been taken down, but Felix is still low to quite a low HP. He is totally gonna be denied, and there we are gonna see a post plan scenario. What a good camera plays by Artemis, but he is obviously gonna replace it. And यहाँ पे trap fire के द्वारा backstab angle को clear कर दिया गया. One player is backstab right now, and operator is also looking good in play. Can they secure some sort of kills with the operator? 4v4 scenario चुका, and we know that Brimstone would want to play on a post plan scenario with his orbital strike being strike with the diffuser.
And we have Vicky and Fury in tandem get Furious HP and knock King OP Aftermost. Like I said, using his ultimate to deny the diffuse. Gets wild, but there's still 3 members left, and he's not in range to deny the diffuse. So still gets Vicky with the volley, but that's not enough. He gets Fury as well. Will he be able to stop Jet in time? He does! Phantom.
Wow!
Somehow clutching that round single-handedly. Brimstone, man, that's he just did what I said throughout the game since the beginning, man. Brimstone post plant is God.
It's not only God, but it's like, is he insane or insane? Because just look at those timing. He was alone left in the 1v4 scenario. He drops down one player with his orbital strike, the second player is with his incendiary, the third player with his rifle. So like that was so perfectly timed that there was a chance for defusal. Half defuse already हो चुका था, सिर्फ 4 seconds चाहिए था उन्हें और, and they could have done it. We could have seen an easy 6-1 scoreline. But he brings up his team, he boosts up and finally gets that second round, and he is up for a comeback. This looks quite good for them to set back. The Recon Dart comes in and they are going to be making sure they are able to clear all this close angle. First blood अभी तक कोई भी side से आया नहीं है, but still those Recon Dart goes good. Look at North Side right now. Collateral kill, like back to back 2 kill निकाल चुके हैं, and Killjoy. Like North Side is just amazing. एक बहुत ही अच्छी रन देखने को मिल रहा है. 4 kills निकाल चुके हैं. Is he up for that?
Oh my God.
Oh, he was up for that ace, but
I think that was an ace, almost an ace for Northside, right?
That was an ace. He was on for that ace. Last guy को down करने से पहले 2 players were being taken down. 1v2 के scenario में it was the Astra having an upper hand towards Phoenix, and finally the 6th round is up for them. 8 rounds over हो चुके हैं, and we have the final 4 rounds left for the first half to end.
Yep, and that's just sad, man. But kudos to Northside, dude. That was just insane, man. I think we're gonna have to. This is what I love to do. Love to see, because when we host games like this, tournaments like this, you see all these crazy players from around the country come together to play against each other, and the plays these guys put up, man, is so good to look at. Yeah, you always see these streamers do it, but who cares, right? You see your own people do this stuff at home. It's awesome to look at, and look at that. Sticks and Fury in tandem get Furious HP and Frostbite. That's just Fury with another one, takes away Atrimos and Fury. Dude, this guy on fire, dude. This is what Phoenix is built for. Back to back engagements.
Actually, you said it the way it should be said. He was being made for such sort of domination. We are seeing him up with 11 kills, being lead after Killjoy, who was just on an upper hand because she has 1 less death and 1 more assist. But being a duelist, doing such sort of job at the map of Haven, this is so perfect from his side. Let's see that, if Frostbite could also, just pump himself a bit, bring some sort of setback, because for him, it's only going to be 3 rounds left before the first half, and ये 3 rounds में से at least 2 round भी अगर अपने फेवर में किया तो शायद 8-4 का स्कोर लाइन हो चुका है. लास्ट मैच में हमने देखा कि all the players just died at this outside garage area and the B main, but here comes the run it back. Ultimate Frostbite is already up, and both Phoenix are gonna be fighting with each other. Good jump and gun. Fury ने इधर एक kill निकाल लिया, but Vicky is gonna take the back-to-back kill. Artemis coming up with a kill towards Star right now, but there comes Phantom. Fury is down to 9 HP, and he is going to be taken down. Numbers advantage finally मिल चुका हमारी defending team को. 4 ultimates are going to be online, which is going to be the Orbital Strike, the Cypher's ultimate, and obviously the Cosmic Divide and long-term from the defender side.
Wild gets Atrimos and Phantom. How did they mess that up even after putting on the Cypher ultimate? It basically gave away Wild's position, but somehow they managed to mess that up, and now they're gonna get punished, because now it's all down to Frostbite. He has to get I don't know if he has it like he has it. He's gonna have to go for the plan, and he has to take down 2 of the members, and he doesn't have much time, to be honest. 35 seconds. Can he pull it off?
30 seconds
Let's
left.
see if he can.
Let's say, because he has only one, those curve balls, the
Yeah.
flash, which I'd rather say, available with him. He is walking his up way towards the side of A, or is it going to be C? But let me
নহয়,
remind you,
যেতিয়া
it's
হৈ যাব
only
মই নিজে
15
গুচি
seconds
যাম,
left.
যেতিয়া হৈ যাব
He
তেতিয়া
has
নিজে
to
গুচি
just
যাম, আধা
run,
ঘণ্টা
run,
কথা
run,
নাপাতিম।
and not stop. And he is quite lucky enough
10
that
seconds
at the
left.
side of A,
এইটো
there's
কি
no,
5 মিনিটহে উঠি
left.
গৈছিলো?
If he plays on a post plant scenario, all he got is 39 HP to work
পিছত
with,
কথা
and
পাতিম।
he has to defend those lockdown as well as cosmic divide as well.
Yep. And okay, so the spike is down. It's gonna take a few more seconds for Killjoy and Astra to rotate, and they're being cautious because they don't want to waste this round, and because X Factor already has 7 rounds. That's a 5 round lead. They want to enter the second half with this, maintaining this lead. You don't want to cancel it. But that's the cosmic divide. She decides to use it anyway, denying Phoenix that
Last player
position. But
standing.
Phoenix gets wild anyway, but gets
Don't interrupt my
shut
work.
down by Notsai, and Notsai gets the diffuse, maintaining the lead once again, 8-2, and this is how they will, I guess, be entering the second half with a very inclined scoreline to their benefit, which is very good. But on contrast to Team Demigods, they have to do better, because right now, if you look at it, Furious HP is yet to make a frag, and Atremos is being the Cypher. I mean, he's probably doing his job using his utilities, but then again, he needs to take kills, because look at Killjoy. On the other hand, she is the Sentinel on the other team, and she has the highest kills, backed by Fury, who has the same amount. That's 12 kills, and Vicky with 10. Instead, it's the absolute opposite, because the Jet is sitting. Is underneath, right? She's with 7, and Notsai with 13. And look at that beautiful push onto A shot and takes away Frostbite. That's very, very good. You lost all of the flashes and the utility that Phoenix had to offer. Plus, Notsai still has the lockdown and the nano grenades to deny that push onto A and waste all of that utility time that Team X Demigods has decided to use pushing onto A side.
Well, it seems as if they are just gonna place some sort of stars towards the side of Ceylon to deny any sort of side execution being made. But for now, we are looking at a numbers advantage going back to back into the favor for Team xFactors. First blood, obviously, in favor में आ चुका था towards the catwalk area, but the ultimate being online is going to be the Hunter's Fury and lockdown. And here comes another kill for Fury right now. कहीं ना कहीं वो Regan Guard को भी destroy कर दिया जाएगा. And यहाँ पे post plan scenario पे खेलना ही उनके लिए एक option बनता है. Because look at those
30
ultimates, the
seconds left.
Hunter's Fury as well as the orbital strike. Now this is going to be huge. All they got to do is just plant that spike, and it's only 2 rounds left for the first half to end. It's going to be 20 seconds left. Strix coming up with a headshot, operator kill. Slowly, steadily, all the players are just on the A long side. Want to play, want to make a side execution, but the turret is going to be good
10
enough to
seconds
spot them out
left.
and slow down just the ultimate. First, the turret is going to be taken down, but there comes a good kill. Strix coming up with an operator kill, but I think they have just won the round by just being alive in these end hours.
Yeah, and Notsai using his turret
Last
to the
round
max.
in the half.
Look at this. आज के तीनों games were so inclined, man. 13-3, 13-2. This is a pretty identical scoreline, 9-2, just 1 round away from making it into a 10-2, which is ridiculous. Because right now, they're gonna struggle, man, because Race can't afford to buy shields. The others have half shields. Atremos running a Spectre. It's gonna be difficult, man. And look at the strength on Team xFactor right now. Full guns, full shield sticks, running an operator. They have all of the utility maxed out. It's gonna be very difficult. And I think Team Demigods has decided to hold on and take a more slower approach, perhaps. Might just work out for them, but then again, they have to win. They won 2 rounds, that's fine, but they're gonna need more rounds, that which translates to basically more space in the second half. Because if they don't have any space, they're gonna get squeezed hard in the second half, and it'll be very, very difficult. It'll be like a super steep, plane that you have to climb.
That was some good Regan dart being thrown from the side of Team Demigods Gaming, but let's see that how are they planning to get executive last round of the first half. It is, and the first player is already going to get spotted on. there comes the Hunter's Fury and it seems as if big counter Hunter's Fury भी आएगा, but यहाँ पे सोवा के लिए दिक्कतें बनने वाली। जी हाँ, उनको टेक ऑन कर दिया गया। गुड टैग, बैक टू बैक 2 प्लेयर्स को टैग किया है। नंबर्स एडवांटेज है बी साइड पे, अगर एग्जीक्यूट करना चाहेंगे तो ऑलरेडी 3 प्लेयर्स होल्ड ऑफ करके रखे, बट वाइल्ड इज आल्सो लेफ्ट टुवर्ड्स अ वेरी लो एचपी। व्हाट अ वे टू गेट these last initial rounds। आखिरी राउंड बचा है, Strix on the other hand is already up with that operator, which is just
30
helping him
seconds
out to
left.
even up all those agent advantage with these guys got in the early stage.
And I'm a little bit on the fence. The fact that Raze has not decided to actually push in and take B control early, because he did take out Fury, but he took his sweet time doing it, because 12 seconds bache, then they decided to
10
take
seconds left.
B control, and the spike is with apparently Brimstone, and he's all the way off to C, and there's Astra to hold that off, so he's no way putting the spike down, and that's just poor coordination coming in from Team Demigods, and they're gonna get pushed in to that corner that I was speaking about. It's 10-2, 3 rounds. xFactor 3 rounds away, and kya lagta hai? If you think they dominated on defense, do you see them struggling on attack, and the fact that Demigods might actually take defense the second half for themselves, or do you think this is the momentum that we're going forward with, and xFactor will just close this up?
I really think that xFactor would want to close this up at a very early stage. They were going in with those by two players up with the short shield, and even if they lose the pistol round, all they got to lose is just that 8-round lead, minimizing to 6 round. And I am quite sure that once they get the bar round, it's gonna be over by maximum at a 10-4 scoreline. But let's see that what do Demigods Gaming have for us. North side is already up with the turret. The attackers are gonna be Team xFactor eSports for now, and Cypher is already up. He wants to spot onto his camera that jump shot. He is giving a sign, but there comes the first kill towards Duelist himself. White is gonna be taken down, and it seems as if Killjoy North side is gonna be playing on a lurk. That lurk is gonna be quite doable for him, but on the other hand, it's gonna be the opponent Cypher itself. Okay, that was quite a good satchel coming in, but Strix and Wild gonna take him down. It's a 1v5 scenario, and Brimstone is left alone.
Brimstone is left alone with a classic. Supposed to take on 2 people is not going to be enough. That satchel play coming in from Raze was actually very impressive. She used it to get away from, I think it was Phoenix, I guess. But then again, he was caught anyway. And that kind of play might work out. But then again, you have to balance it out with the rest of the team, because Cypher, Sobak, and Phoenix on team defenders right now are struggling. They need to pick this up. Nobody has touched double digits on their team yet. Plus, if they don't manage to win any more rounds, they're gonna go into match point if they lose this one right away. Plus, the economy damage is going to be exceptional on their side. It's going to be super difficult. And look at this. Everybody has used up their creds on team attackers. There's Sticks running the judge. So we're already going to see some super aggressive plays coming from him. I'm going to just go ahead and call that out. North side running the Spectre. I'm pretty sure he's using a lot of money to get all those nano grenades, most probably. And everybody on full shields, plus Wild is with a Phantom and a full shield. So that's something. He's gonna, he might just close this up, sending it to match point.
Well, let's see. For now, the shock shots just connect towards Cypher right now, and look at those HP he is all left with. But for now, we are looking at a 55 timer being left out. Frostbite is quite aggressive towards this area. Now, this is going to be quite a difference maker, because he even has those flashes and the molly available if he gets some sort of damage. But for now, it seems as if players are slowly, steadily trying to get aggressive. He seems to get spotted off. He cannot play just smart as Team xFactor can, and that's going to be the time where they are going to be taken down. And also, the side is going to be lost towards Team, like AapKon. But that judge in play, it's going to go in the favor for King OP. And I think if they play on a post-plan scenario, those judge could really be quite helpful for them.
Yeah. And the spike goes down. Cypher and Sova get taken out at the same time. Phantom manages to take out Vicky. That's good, 3v2. But Brimstone is barely left with any HP. And King OP takes out North side with a stinger. And that's actually pretty good. He chugs the paint shot right at Astra. Astra does take out Phantom. That's not good. It's a 2v1 scenario with Judge has... King OP does have the judge, might still be able to pull it off, but the timer is running out on him. Plus Astra is at a good amount of HP, plus backed up by a good gun. at a good. She can take him out at a good range. And just as I say that, Wild does take out King OP, and that pushes the game on to match point, forcing Team
Match
Demigods to pull out flawless games out of their pockets if they want to win, or just go hard or go home.
Well, it is like go big or go home, because a team Demigod Gaming did manage to have a good first match at the eliminator stage of a tournament. But once you go into the further stages, it's going to be the best versus the best, and that's only that is the harsh thing which we got to see. Most of the matches did went on a 13-3 scoreline, and that is quite like unusual for now. But for now, we are looking at all the players still holding off with their judges, and let's see that how are these players gonna execute. We did not like for once in a while see a post-ban scenario onto the C side where we see these long executions, but there comes a good trade towards Fury. The Astra smoke, Cosmic Smoke is already up, but Fury is gonna be just like oh my god, he just makes it look so simple being a
Yeah. He tried to get that headshot onto Furious HP, but Furious denies it for his team, breathing some life into it. Can they? They're literally clinging on by a thread, and they have to do something. 3v1. Just as I say that, Furious HP gets taken out, gets pushed from all corners, and gets back, and that's it. xFactor taking it home for themselves, moving forward in the brackets, and kudos to Team Demigods for trying, but then again, xFactor just taking the round away. What a one-sided scoreline with 13-2. This is speaks for itself, man. Notsai with 4 first bloods and 19 kills. That's very, very good. And being the top fragger as a killjoy, that speaks volumes, man. That is outclassing all of the duelists in the lobby and doing more than what you were supposed to do, right?
Yeah. And not only that, but winning with 11 rounds of lead is something, like quite amazing to see from Team xFactors. And, I would really be wanting to see that once, we see TrueRippers, xFactors, and obviously, such sort of teams into a round of 16, what's going to be like? It's going to be a total competitive tournament from that side. We are finished with today's day 4, and tomorrow is going to be the last day for our qualifiers. After that, the round of 16 is going to get started, and then I don't think we are going to see any more 13-2 or 13-0 score lines.
Exactly. We're going to see long games. We're going to see overtimes. I hope we see overtimes, man. Maybe even a double overtime, apparently. But we're going to find that out soon enough next week, guys. Do not forget that we are not done yet. We still have all of these teams moving forward. So we're going to have all of those games lined up next week. So make sure you tune in same time at 6:30 p.m. We have those games lined up for you. It's going to be fun, man. Best way to support the teams that are showing up here daily. If you're a fan of those teams and they are your friends, make sure you tune in to the stream. Cheer for them,
Yeah.
Also, with that, I think we're done for the night, guys. And with that, we're going to say goodbye. And before that, make sure you subscribe. Do not go away just like that if you enjoyed the stream. Make sure you like it and press that subscribe button. We're going to keep content coming your way, and you're going to have fun. And with that, that's it from us.